The feeling part is the really important in this. The feeling part is full of information, and it so much relates to this. In knowing who you really are, understanding yourself more, you know yourself as this energy of all things. That's the truth of you. Sydney Banks said, there is an energy of all things. He called that God. And then he said that who you are is a microscopic aspect of that energy of all things. You are an aspect of it. You are an expression of it. So that energy of all things, God, what labels have been used when people refer to this sort of eternal and infinite energy? Labels that are used are often labels like love, peace, joy, abundance. So we do have a sense of what that source, truth of me is. I can know that that's the source and truth of me. It's the truth of each. Right? So every one of us, a microscopic aspect, a unique expression of that same energy. So then feeling becomes this. So in this moment, we are that energy, we share in its nature, which means that I have a mind, which is really sharing a piece of what that mind is. My me, little me, this finite me, is not an infinite intelligence, but I am not separate from that infinite intelligence. But from this finite and physical perspective, there's a personal element to that. We share in its nature. So this feeling is my source feeling. And then I am given the gifts, these principles, gifts, mind, I'm aware, conscious, and with the freedom of thought, which is really the freedom to focus within consciousness anywhere I want. As I do that, then the thought, and Laurie talked about a jealous thought, or a thought of I've been disrespected, or someone's being rude, or I'm not valued, like some thought. That thought, as it comes, also is made of that energy. Everything is made of the same energy. As my focus zeroes in on that thought, which is fluttering around, I am beginning with my focus to harmonize with this energy. And when we say that we feel our thinking, the way I describe what that is that there is a true source energy, which is love, joy, bliss, and abundance. And then in this moment, I am focused somewhere. And if I'm focused on a thought, how angry I am about something, my personal vibration from that personal thought is different now than the truth of me. And what I feel is that disharmony. I call it anger. I call it impatience. I call it irritation. And that's what I'm feeling. And what's so valuable to realize that is I used to think that my anger was telling me something important. This is really important. It's telling me about what's going on out there, and that's just wrong what's happening, right? So that irritation and impatience was telling me about something that was happening out there. And what I came to learn from this teaching is, oh, I've deviated from this truth of me into a focus. And now I am feeling that thought relative to the truth of who I am. And when I think against who I really am and my true nature, it will never, ever feel good. It will never feel good. And this is where Sydney Banks said, wisdom, your wisdom is only in a positive feeling. Your wisdom is only in a positive feeling. When you are thinking in harmony with the truth of love, joy, abundance, peace, that when you're thinking in harmony with the truth of that, it will feel good. That will feel resonant to you. If you have a thought against it, you will feel it immediately. It will begin to deviate, and it will begin the, call it discomfort that you begin to feel.